Hello, and welcome to another exciting edition of the Brain Ladle Trivia Podcast. I am your host, Davo. With me, as always, we have Andy.
Hey, everybody.
We have Kels.
Feeling good, feeling great. Feeling great, feeling good. How are you?
That
Wow.
is the most monotone, feeling good, feeling great.
I guess
Feeling
you'd have to
good.
hear the song to really get
Okay.
it.
Right. We have Neil.
Hello. That was not me dinging.
That was a ding. I like that ding.
But that worked perfectly with
It was
Saint.
it worked great.
Reminded me to turn my phone's audio off.
Sadly, Allison will not be able to join us. She is in the midst of a massive T-Rex dig in Montana, so she will be unable to attend. But when she makes her discovery of the Allosaurus Rex, she'll let us know.
Is it a massive dig or a massive T-Rex?
Both.
Wow.
I dig that.
Yeah, we all dig. You dig?
I dig.
So, what are we doing today, Neil?
Hey, I thought we'd play some trivia.
Yay!
Every week we have a theme, and in that theme we've got 6 categories of 4 questions each. Each question's worth 10 points. There's a few bonus points thrown in here and there. And then a final question, which is worth up to 100 points. And today's theme is literature.
Oh, books. Do they have pictures?
Those are comic books, Davo.
A couple of them might.
That's
Still literature, though.
Yeah,
I'm sure he likes the picture books that he reads to Simon.
I
Or maybe
love
Simon
those.
reads it to him. I'm not sure.
Good night, Goon. It's good stuff.
Hey, our first category, Andy, is science.
Yay, science! I love the science category. I just wait for it. And it always comes first, so it's a short wait.
Question 1. Finish the following quote with the name of a drug from Huxley's Brave New World. Hug me till you drug me, honey. Kiss me till I'm in a coma. Hug me, honey. Snuggly bunny. Life's as good as blank.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, why not? I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
Oh, I'm stuck on a rhyme that I can't get out of my head. I'm just going with this.
Oklahoma.
No, coma actually is where I was going, but that's not a
coma
drug.
Coma was in the phrase, right? In the poem.
Oh, that's where I got it from then.
You're rhyming coma with coma, basically.
Well, it rhymes.
It's a sure
It does
thing.
rhyme.
It's a sure thing.
Yeah.
Sure thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Kels, what's your answer?
I said my Sharona.
She was underage. She was underage when he wrote that song, and even the picture of her on the cover of the album wearing that T-shirt.
Oh, I didn't know she was underage in that picture.
I believe so. I believe she was 17.
Yeah.
Devo, what's your answer?
Soma.
Andy?
Shrooms?
Quick answer is Soma.
No.
Yay!
Soma. Okay.
So it's not a real drug.
I think there actually is a real drug named Soma now.
Now, there wasn't when the book was written.
No. My friend in high school and I, we loved that poem so much that I couldn't memorize. I've memorized it. And it's not like it's a tough poem or anything, but it stuck with me forever. So as soon as I knew I was going to do a literature theme, I just wrote that one from memory.
Okay.
Nice.
Question 2. Dr. Susan Calvin is the chief robot psychologist of U.S. Robots and Mechanical Men in what Asimov story?
Locked in.
I'm locked
I'm sorry.
in too.
Dr. Calvin or Kelvin?
Dr. Susan Calvin.
Oh, that's not nearly as important. Locked in.
Deva?
iRobot.
Andy?
iRobot.
And Kels.
Sonny, save Calvin. iRobot.
That's another reference I don't get. There's at least 6 references every show that I don't get, and mostly from Kels.
Yeah.
It's from the movie.
iRobot.
Will Smith says it.
I think I watched that when it first came out. It's very slow.
Some would say methodical.
Question 3. Who is the doctor at the center of the 1976 novel The Boys from Brazil?
Locked in. Love this movie. Never
Well,
read the book, but saw the movie.
Well, I have neither read nor seen this book nor movie, so I'm going to write down a doctor.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm locked into.
Andy?
Dr. Mengele.
What?
Kels?
I figured it had to be Seuss.
David?
I went with Dr. Death David Schultz, smacking the hell out of John Stossel.
See, that's a reference I don't get, so,
I know who John Stossel is.
I don't know who either one of those people
Well,
are.
Dr. Death was being interviewed by John Stossel
Uh-huh.
about whether or not professional wrestling was fake.
Oh, God, no, I'm so glad I don't know either one of these people. Never mind.
And
We're done here.
then Dr. Death
Uh-huh.
said, "You think it's fake? That's called an open hand slap," and slapped him across the face.
Hard. Yeah, I've seen this video.
Slapped the taste out of his mouth.
Yeah.
But you don't have to be a professional wrestler to slap somebody.
No,
Well,
but
that's
it
not
helps.
the point.
Right, ask
does
any
help.
girl I've talked to at a bar.
Maybe you were talking to pro wrestlers at a bar. You don't
Must
know.
be a lot of pro wrestlers.
Well, it's a fun hobby. It's a fun hobby.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably too many, but that's another topic. Okay, the correct answer was Joseph Mengele.
Duh.
What?
The Boys from Brazil is about Nazi hunters going to Brazil, where Andy, you could probably explain it better.
Yeah, Dr. Mengele has figured out how to clone Hitler.
What?
But the crazy part of the plot is Dr. Mengele realizes
The
that
crazy part?
oh yeah, it gets better. He can create the physical Hitler from the clone, but he can't recreate Hitler's youth. And so what he does is he makes multiple Hitlers and puts them in multiple families that are similar to Hitler's childhood, which was a father that left them and an over-domineering mother, and that they had German Shepherds as pets.
Huh.
Yeah.
You must really like that movie.
Actually, honestly, I think I've only seen it once, but it has it's one of those bizarre plots that you kind of have to think about when you're done, like it's still up there.
In Germany, do they just call them shepherds?
I don't know. That's a valid question.
Yeah.
Or they probably have one of those weird German names that are about 3 sentences long.
Yeah.
Question 4. What sci-fi author helped to popularize the idea of geostationary satellites as telecommunications relays? And I have easy mode if you need it.
I will take it.
I am between two authors. I'm going to take the easy mode.
I am not taking easy mode. I'm locked in.
Living dangerously, are you?
I'm going big, man.
Mm-hmm.
So David's locked in, half points for Kels and Andy, if this helps them. He was also fascinated with the paranormal and had multiple TV series exploring those topics.
I am locked in. That settled it for me.
That did not help. Sure. I'm locked in.
Kels?
I said Carl Sagan.
David?
I said Arthur C. Clarke.
Andy?
I knew it had to be the opposite of Carl Sagan because I love his book, Demon Haunted World. It's Ray Bradbury.
Well, the correct answer is Arthur C. Clarke.
Oh, wrong author.
Yes.
He had, I think, 3 different series through the 80s and maybe even into the 90s.
And I can remember now. It's like the camera would start like panning his desk with all the weird things on his desk.
Yeah. All right. At the end of round 1, Devo has 30, Andy 20, and Kels 10. Which brings us to category 2, sports.
I like sports.
We'll see.
Question 1. The Throwback Special is the story of 22 men who gather every fall to reenact a specific NFL play from 1985 that resulted in the career ending injury of what superstar player? And for a
What?
bonus, who caused the injury?
This is troubling because it's me. This is why I ended my NFL career.
Hey, I'm locked in. I thought sports ability ended your NFL career.
Right. That's right, because I'm not athletic, nor can I catch a ball. Now I remember.
By my calculations, during the 1985 season, you were probably a sophomore in high school.
That is correct.
I didn't know they took NFL uh, players from high
They
school.
did not. At 15, I was thinking about the tennis team. Like, it seemed like a good idea, but it seemed like a lot of work.
I'm locked
Yeah.
in.
I know half of this. I am locked in.
Davo, what's your answer?
Well, the first thing I thought was Theismann, whose leg was utterly obliterated by Lawrence Taylor. Then I was like, why would you want to reenact that? So
Valid
I,
point.
I, I then defaulted to Daryl Stringley's being paralyzed. Stingley? I wrote Stingley. Daryl Stingley being paralyzed by Jack Tatum.
All right. Andy?
I hadn't thought about Davo's theory that it was too horrifying to replay, but I definitely think it's Joe Theismann. I can't remember who hit him. I'm guessing because, it was a leg injury. Maybe it was Ray Guy that just went for the legs.
Instinct.
Yeah, right.
Yep. Your most important weapon.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Kels, what's your answer?
Well, I'd first like to point out that, you talk about the Theismann injury being, like horrific. Like Stingley was paralyzed.
I know.
Oh, he's got a point, Davo.
Well,
That's
then
pretty horrible too.
It's
the whole
horrible.
notion of getting together and say, "Hey guys, let's who gets to be Theismann this year? Who gets to be Stingley this
Yeah,
year?"
but Theismann walked again.
Yeah, but it ended his
Yeah.
career. It's all this. I mean, it's
The same thing with Stingley.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. My point is, this is a horrific thing to do.
These are all horrific. I suppose it's like Civil War reenactors. Once you get far enough away, it's fun.
Yeah, I guess.
The other point, Davo, is that I believe Stingley, that injury was in 1979.
Ah, crap.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The correct answer,
Which brings-
though, is
I didn't.
Let's
oh, you didn't answer yet?
Sorry. I was taking
Sorry.
a long way around. But long story short, Joe Theismann, who was hit by Lawrence Taylor, the reason for the blind side.
See, I forgot Lawrence Taylor's name.
Well, the correct answer is Joe Theismann was injured by Lawrence Taylor.
Okay. In the grossest thing I've ever seen on live football. I do remember watching this game live and being just almost Ralphing. Genuinely. Kels, you're younger than the rest of us. Have you seen this replay?
I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen
Oh,
it.
it's bad. It's real bad.
It bends the wrong way.
But Buddy from Louisville during this is the Final Four?
Yes.
Leg broke on the court.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Yes.
That was rough.
That was horrible.
That was rough. I won't say worse, but both.
I'm going to say worse because that wasn't covered by pants. Like it was, he's wearing shorts.
Oh yeah, it's shorts.
He's wearing shorts.
Shorts.
And yeah. Gordon Hayward
Can we
wasn't
talk
that
about
great,
something else now?
to be honest.
I'm just waiting for you guys to finish up here.
Oh, this is gross.
Yeah, I think that's about enough of that.
Yeah.
I can send you a few YouTube links if you want.
Put them in the
good.
show notes.
Yeah.
I don't really do. So apparently that book is about these guys. I mean, ostensibly it's about them getting together to do this thing for some reason. I don't know why. But apparently it's a kind of a coming to terms with middle age for 22 men story.
Oh.
So,
Or they could buy Miatas. Either way.
question 2. What is the name of the game made up by Phineas to highlight his own physical prowess in the novel A Separate Piece?
What?
A made-up sport?
So there's this
Made
novel
up.
called A Separate Piece. Maybe you've
Uh-huh.
heard of it.
Nope.
No.
Mm-mm.
In it, it was required reading for my high school, and I read it. I've read it several times since then, actually.
Did you go to a German high school?
So pretty
Separate
good.
piece? Davo got it. Thank you, Davo.
No, that's great. I'm locked in with a made up sport.
I'm locked in.
Same here.
Okay, Andy, what's your answer?
If it's a made-up fake sport, it must be pro wrestling.
Well, it's not.
It's not fake. That's what
Yeah.
you slapped at those
It's an
bars.
open hand slap.
What? Oh.
Kels,
I went with basketball.
Davo.
Well, if we're gonna get technical, all sports are made up. So I'm gonna say sports ball.
You are all
Multiple.
wrong. The
What?
correct answer is blitzball.
Blitzball.
No.
The rules, as I recall, rules
Yeah.
are essentially, as I recall, one player gets the ball, and everybody else tries to knock him down.
Sounds like Killer Man.
Yes.
It's more nuanced than that. It's more nuanced than that, but that's essentially the rules.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
It took place during World War II, so that's where the name came from the Blitzkrieg.
And the ball's a live grenade. Oh, no?
No, I think
Probably
it was. I
not.
think it was a. I'm not sure. I don't remember what kind of ball it was now. All right, question 3. In the novel Forrest Gump, what 3 sports did Forrest participate in for 4 points each?
Ooh.
You know, I honestly didn't know it was a novel.
I knew that part, but I never read it. Tom Hanks did a good enough job for me.
I knew it was an overrated movie.
Even if I reluctantly grant you that the movie's overrated, it's still way better than the novel.
Wow. I mean, did you know the original name for that film was Plot Convenience Playhouse?
That was the entire point of the story.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm locked in.
Plot Convenience Playhouse. That's fantastic.
I have to be honest. Plot Convenience Playhouse is stolen from Mystery Science Theater 3000. That was a regular reference they would make when there was a ridiculous, a coincidence in the plot.
I love it. Jenny was a horrible person. Jenny
really
was
was.
terrible. The worst.
Yeah.
I'm locked in.
All right, Kels, what's your answer?
Okay. Well, I've never read the book, but I have watched the movie a lot. So I went with football, ping pong, and I guess track and field.
Oh my gosh, I forgot all about ping pong.
Yeah, me too.
Devo?
I put down football, basketball, and track.
Ooh.
And Andy?
I put down track first, then football. I believe, wasn't he involved in wheelchair basketball with his Vietnam buddy vet that lost his legs?
You know what that's called, Andy?
Basketball?
It's called murder ball.
Murder ball.
Murder ball.
Yeah, there's a documentary about it that's pretty brutal.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a good documentary. It's really, really good.
So they brought basketball back to the Aztecs.
They did, yeah, pretty much. These heavily reinforced wheelchairs. It's you got guys in really heavily reinforced, like running wheelchairs, the ones that have the wheels tilted for speed. And if you want to get the ball, you run into each other, and it's it's pretty rough.
So, Kels, you would have been completely correct if I'd been talking about the movie.
Mm.
However, he did not run in the book. Instead, he became a professional wrestler.
Yeah.
So the correct answer is football, ping pong, and professional wrestling.
Oh.
I suppose the whole movie was fake.
Because in the novel, he was Forrest was something like 6'4" and 250 or something like that. He was like
He was The Rock.
he was very very foul mouthed too.
Yeah,
He was Dwayne Johnson.
he was Dwayne Johnson.
All right, question 4. What sport is the 1969 novel Fat City based on?
Fat City. I have a pretty good guess. I'm locked in.
I have a guess as well.
Yeah, I'm locked in with a pretty solid guess.
All right, Kels.
Well, when you said Fat City, I thought about Minnesota Fats, who I believe was a very famous pool player. So I said pool or billiards.
Okay, David.
I had the exact same train of thought. You said fat. I thought Minnesota Fats. Then I thought Jackie Gleason. Then I thought, man, that's a good movie. Then I thought, what am I going to make for dinner? And then I came back to the quiz and wrote down pool.
Andy.
No.
When I think of fat sports, I think of the Boston Red Sox and people like Big Poppy. So I went with baseball.
1969.
Yeah, 69.
I'm sure there were fatties on the Red Sox then too. I apologize to all our listeners who are fatties.
What about the participants who are fatties?
Sure, them too. I mean, I'm obese as well, so we're all good.
So anyway, you're all wrong.
Oh,
Would it help?
I'm not wrong
Would
about
it
the
help
Red
if
Sox. Bunch of fatties.
Would it help if I told you that there was a 1972 John Huston movie starring Stacy Keach and Jeff Bridges?
No.
Ooh, I would have gotten it then.
Not me.
It's
The correct
boxing.
answer is boxing.
What?
Huh.
That movie also got
Boxing.
an Oscar nomination for supporting actress for Susan Tyrrell.
Susan Tyrrell.
All right, well, that was one of our weaker performances in our sports categories.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Yeah, I feel like we should do
I
it
had-
over.
Okay,
No.
question 1. Throwback special. At the end of round 2, our scores are Kels with 30 and David and Andy tied with 34.
Woo.
Oh,
So let's move on to comedies.
I like to laugh.
I like funny things.
Funny books, but not like funny books. If you get my
Not
meaning.
funny like me, but funny.
No,
yeah,
I was
not
thinking.
funny like
I
you.
get that.
I was thinking more like not comic, not
things
not
that
comic
make you
books.
laugh.
I prefer the comic books, but comedies are just fine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Question 1. Born a Crime is the memoir of a South African with a black mother and white father. Whose memoir is it?
Locked in.
I am locked in as well.
Andy?
Trevor Noah.
Kels?
Trevor Noah.
And Devo.
Trevor Noah.
Correct answer is Trevor Noah. So it was basically the title comes from the fact that it was illegal for a mixed race couple to have child. So he was born a crime.
Good Lord.
Yeah. Question 2. What classic sci-fi comedy series of novels was originally a radio play but has also been adapted to live theater, film, vinyl LPs, audiobooks, video games, and comic books?
I am so locked in.
I am locked in as well.
I have a hunch.
You should get that looked at.
uh, I'm locked in.
Kels?
Well, I fought the temptation to go with Rick and Morty because it's a little too young. And the way that Andy locked in,
Ah,
I figured it has to be Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Devo,
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Andy.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Correct answer is Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Thanks for tipping your hand, Andy.
Sorry, little trivia nugget that I've always enjoyed because it is genuinely my favorite series of books. It's one of the few books I've been able to reread multiple times. Douglas Adams was not only the author, he was a terrible procrastinator. And many of the main plot devices of that book were born out of we're going on the air on the radio tomorrow in 3 hours. I got to come up with something. Like the improbability drive, which is absolutely hysterical, was born out of crap. I got to get these guys out of the situation, tonight.
Question 3. What is the name of the travel book that was the best selling of Mark Twain's books during his lifetime? It was an account of his trip to the Holy Land and various side trips.
Locked in.
Man.
Wow. It feels like a breath of fresh air.
Do not know
Do
this.
not know this. I'm going to lock in with an answer.
Okay. Devo?
Same here.
Well, I had no idea. So I put a Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court because it's
Oh,
a book that he wrote.
Andy?
Innocents Abroad.
Kels?
Oh, the places I've gone.
You got Dr. Seuss on the brain.
Correct answer is Innocents Abroad. I was surprised to learn that that was the best selling of his books during his lifetime.
Yeah, I guess I didn't know that either.
Question 4. For 5 points each, what are the names of the Gentleman of Leisure and his valet created by P.G. Wodehouse in the early 20th century?
I have never ever heard of
This
this.
is like itching in the back of my brain. I think I heard this at some point in the Chinese restaurant in Baltimore in 1994.
Yeah, there was a magazine.
Oh man, I'm just gonna write this down. All right, I'm writing down the wrong answer because I'm very curious to see what the right answer is.
I'm locked
I
in.
am locked in as well.
I'm in. Let's do it.
All right, Andy.
The only characters I can think of with a valet, Hal Jordan and Cato.
Kels?
Hal Jordan?
Green
Hal
Lantern.
Jordan.
It's Green
Yeah.
Hornet with Kato.
Oh well, whatever.
Very
Read
different.
something.
Very different.
You don't know.
I do. I really do.
1% of our audience is outraged right now.
Should have said Robin. Robin's the best answer for valet.
Yeah. So had to be Bruce Wayne and Alfred.
Devo?
You guys are completely off. You're all wrong.
Are we?
Yeah. It's Dr. Quest and Race Bannon. Of course.
You're right. Dave was right. Give him the points.
Once again, you're all wrong.
Oh,
Again. You
Um,
fools.
Probably the most famous adaptation of these books were Hugh Laurie and Stephen Fry. They did 4 different series of Jeeves and Wooster.
Oh.
Bertie Wooster was a gentleman of leisure, and Jeeves was his valet.
Man, that was okay.
oh, that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, at the end of round 3, Andy has 64, Devo 54, and Kel's 50.
Yes. Bow down before me, son of Jarrell.
Wow. Kneel before Zod halfway through?
Yeah.
What you're doing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm feeling my oats.
Apparently.
I really hope you fall on your
Nope,
face.
nope. I'm feeling my oats. This is going to be good.
Oh,
All right, Andy,
okay.
how do you feel about banned books?
Band books? Oh,
Like books that have been banned,
oh, I think
not
I
books
took
about
books
band.
about rock bands. Feel better about a book about rock bands, but I'm okay with it.
I'm not.
Question 1. What children's book was banned from some schools in the late 80s because of a tiny illustration of a topless woman on a beach scene? And I
What?
have an easy mode. I have an easy mode for half points if you need
I'm
it.
Please.
locked in.
Really? All right, let me
Yep.
think about this. I have a guess.
Easy mode for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm locked in.
All right. So Devo and Andy are locked in. Kels for half points. The easy mode is it must have been really hard to find.
Yes, I guessed right.
Uh, I'm locked in.
Kels.
The way you phrased the easy mode, I threw out Where's Waldo.
Okay. Andy.
I was guessing Where's Waldo as well because it's the only book I could imagine where you'd have something like that hidden.
Devo.
Where's Waldo?
Correct answer is Where's Waldo? So speaking of Dr. Seuss, what Dr. Seuss book was banned in Layton, California because it allegedly portrays the logging industry in a bad light?
Locked in.
Locked in.
Locked in.
Andy.
Horton hears a who.
Devo.
The Lorax.
Oh,
Kels.
The Lorax.
son of a.
Correct answer is the Lorax.
Ah, wrong conservation book. Ah.
Apparently, that's a big
Oh.
logging country.
Yeah.
That one's going to sting.
Yeah.
I'm genuinely in my AP US history class teaching Dr. Seuss right now because we're in World War II.
Listen,
Yeah.
I be teaching it.
And I am embarrassed. That one stings. Now I hate everybody. All of
There he is.
all of you must die.
There he is.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
All right, this is a little bit longer question than usual. Question 3. What is the name of the U.S. Postal Inspector and Morality Protector who destroyed 15 tons of books and claimed that books are feeders for brothels? He influenced Congress to pass a law with his name that made it illegal to deliver obscene, lewd, or lascivious material through the U.S. mail or other modes of transportation.
Ow. Never heard of this guy.
I'll throw you. I don't know if this is going to be a help. I didn't put the date in here, but I believe it was around the turn of the century. It was around 1900 ish.
Wow.
I am locked in. I have no idea, but I am interested to hear about this guy.
Yeah, me too. I'm locked in.
He was a peach.
A swell dude.
um, I'm locked in.
David.
I said his name was Silas Nogoodnick.
Kels.
You said he was an inspector, so I went with Clouseau.
Hmm. Andy.
Sounds like the work of Mr. Hilter to me.
Good old Hilter.
If you're a fan of Monty Python, you know where I'm going there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the correct answer is Anthony Comstock.
Oh, that's the Comstock Act?
Isn't
Yep.
Comstock Load?
No,
Okay.
No, different Comstock.
he bragged at one point that he drove 15 people to commit suicide in his fight for the young.
Oh,
What
He
a
bragged.
what a great human being.
Yeah.
It's been fun at parties.
Yeah. Did you hear about the time I drove 15 people to suicide? Where are the crudités?
Question 4. Between 1961 and 1982, what novel was the most censored book in U.S. high schools and libraries? And I have an easy mode for half points.
yep, locked in.
Most censored.
And I have read this book.
You rebel. I'm going to lock in with a guess. A good guess, but a
Most censored.
guess.
By censored, I mean it was banned,
Right.
not that parts were cut out
Yes.
necessarily.
Oh, okay.
Redacted.
I heard you getting caught up on that word, Kels. I wanted to make clear that
I appreciate that.
I'm sorry, give me the
between 1961 and 1982.
shoot. I locked in too early. Son of a.
I'll go with the easy mode because I need points.
Okay, Devo, you and Andy are both locked in.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm locked in with the wrong answer.
Okay, so for Kels, the easy mode is it's been associated with several famous shootings.
Oh, poo.
Yeah.
Several famous shootings.
Poo.
Like shootings, like assassinations and
Yeah,
assassination attempts.
I don't think I. Um, it's probably not this, but I'm gonna lock in.
Okay. Yeah, Andy, I know you would have gotten it with the easy mode for sure.
Yeah.
So, Kels, what's your answer?
I just throw out anarchist cookbook.
Andy?
I'm going to do this in reverse. I'm going to give the correct answer first and my answer, which is incorrect, second. It's J.D. Salinger's Catcher in the Rye. I went with mishearing the dates. I meant with Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret.
Oh.
Yeah, that one was up there. Devo?
Well, I do. I also, once you said assassinations, I did get Catcher in the Rye, but I went with Lolita.
Oh, that's a good one, too.
Mm,
Well, the correct answer is indeed Catcher in the Rye.
Catcher
So
in the Rye.
it's been challenged as being vulgar, sexual, blasphemous, immoral, rebellious, and for the promotion of drinking, smoking, lying, promiscuity, and sexual abuse, and for being part of an overall communist plot.
Yeah, seriously, though,
And
I
it's
want to
also
know where the ducks go in the winter.
it's also one of the best books of the 20th
Yeah.
century. All right, at the end of round 4, we've got David and Andy tied with 74, and Kells with 65. Not a high scoring game.
Come on, music and literature.
Come on, comic books. Comic books.
Comic books, they're not real literature. Robin got caught, Batman had to save him. There, every book you ever read.
Category 5, illustrated classics.
Hey, we're getting here.
No, just kidding. Just
Classic.
kidding.
Oh,
Just kidding.
oh man, I started writing it.
So disappointed.
No, category 5 is one-hit wonders.
One hit wonders.
Well, we already did J.D. Salinger.
Well, he actually wrote multiple books. These are people that only wrote one novel.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And this is a question we've actually had before. It'll be interesting to see if you guys get it again. Question 1: of the 3 Bronte sisters, which is the only one that finished one novel? And then for a bonus, which novel was it?
Oh my gosh! Don't do this.
My wife is currently reading the biography of all the Bronte sisters, and we've been talking about it at dinner every night. I am locked in.
Are you?
That's not fair.
That's
I swear to
totally.
God,
Yeah.
I am
That is
so
not
I want you to
fair.
get Wendy
thankful.
on the horn, and I want the added help that you're getting with the homework because this is bull.
I know.
It's all about life experiences.
It really
I
is.
am so lucky on this one because I'm sure I got it wrong the first time.
I think I did 2 because I can only think of one book from.
I can only think of one sister.
I'm locked.
There's only one reason why I can think of that sister.
Why?
Nope.
I am sure I got this wrong the first time. Thank you, Wendy.
You should give 5 points to Andy and 5 points to Wendy to use when she comes on the show. This is bull. Just set her up a charge account.
Your credit's good.
Yeah.
Is everybody locked in?
Yes.
Davo's.
I'm locked in. I'm totally locked in.
You can only think of one though, Davo?
One, yeah.
I can usually 2 like flash immediately, and it takes me a second to get the third one.
I only think of one.
I'm like
Devo, what's your answer?
Emily Bronte.
And you want to hazard a guess on the
No.
bonus?
No.
Goes.
I also went with Emily. I thought about Charlotte first because I had to read Jane Eyre. Well, I think she wrote other stuff, but the book would have to be Wuthering Heights.
Oh God, that flashed through my brain too. What the what?
Andy.
Oh my
You know
God! You
what?
gotta.
I got the sisters mixed up after being. I said Charlotte Bronte, but I said Wuthering Heights.
Well, I'll give you the bonus, although I probably ought not.
Since you've been talking about it every day.
I know. I'm in so. This is why I'm failing my class
And
with
the
Wendy.
and the bonus does not go to Andy; it goes to Wendy. So,
The correct answer is Emily
Yay.
and Wuthering Heights.
You want to know how mixed up I got when you asked that question?
I'm afraid to.
You're gonna love this. You asked that question, and then I was like, "Oh, it's Emily Bronte. Oh, it's got to be Wuthering Heights. No, it can't be Wuthering Heights because that was written by Jane Eyre."
Oh.
Yeah, I just went complete.
oh, that is funny.
So I just lost it all. It just all went away.
Yeah.
And yet you still got 10 points.
I did. It's amazing. And the only reason I remembered Emily
Wow.
Bronte is because Emily's my wife. All about those life
I feel like you should.
experiences.
It doesn't matter how you get there as long as you get there.
Yeah.
You do not have to show your work on this game.
Thank goodness.
All right, question 2. The 7 volumes of In Search of Lost Time, also translated as Remembrance of Things Past, is the only completed novel by what French author of the early 20th century?
Uh-huh. I am guessing that the answer I have developed is the exact same answer. Did you say this one's? No, the last one was a repeat. Okay. Yeah.
He's so confident he
Jane
doesn't
Eyre's
know it.
about
He
it.
thinks it's a repeat answer.
Now I got the yips.
Yeah, the yips have set in.
All right. I have my answer.
I can't think of any 20th century.
I'm locked.
Early 20th century.
I'm locked in with the name of a Frenchman.
I'm locked in.
Deva?
I went with the work of a Frenchman that was a bane to me and my fellow medieval historians in college, Michel Foucault.
For some reason, I thought you were going to go with Andre the Giant.
No, see, I just wanted to show I've read highbrow books.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
Yeah. Wanted
Kels?
I had no idea because all of the French authors I could think of were way earlier than that. So I went with Ray de la Guy.
It's not Ray
Nice.
G, it's his brother Wa.
Nice.
Wow.
It's Wagi.
Andy?
I went with Pepe Le Pew.
Well, the correct answer is Marcel Proust. Or Proust.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, he only wrote one novel, but it was a doozy. It was something like 3,000 pages long.
Wow.
And if you're going to do it, go big or go home.
Question 3. The novel Save Me the Last Waltz was published in 1932 and is the only novel written by what socialite and painter? It's a semi-autobiographical story about her life with her significantly more prolific husband.
Oh, come on, man.
This is one I'm going to need first and last name.
Is it?
Oh, man.
I wish I was smart.
I wish I was a little bit taller.
Wish I was a baller.
All right. I'm writing down an answer.
1930s painter. Oh, locked in.
She painted. I don't know that she's a famous painter.
Oh, crap. Now you put it like that. I have the wrong answer.
Man. Yeah, I'm just gonna punt.
Wow.
Okay.
Ray guy.
Andy?
Hold on.
Well,
Hold
I
on.
was feeling. Oh,
We cannot.
Oh, wait.
We cannot continue.
sorry.
Yeah,
Hang time.
Thank you.
there you go.
Sorry about
All
that.
right. Andy?
I was feeling good about my answer there for a minute. 1930s painter. Her husband was also a prolific artist. I went with Frida Kahlo.
When I said prolific, I meant he was a more prolific.
Right, and I'm realizing now that, yeah.
Deva?
Well, we've all seen in dental offices the work of the magnificent Thomas Kincaid. Well, he has a wife who was a socialite and who tried to paint in his style named Gertie Kincaid. And she just couldn't quite capture the bland, natural feel of Kincaid.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
They're not all
That
funny.
feels made up.
They're not all funny.
That feels made up, but I think that you're.
It's totally made up. It's totally made up.
Well, I'm pretty sure Thomas Kincaid wasn't born for another 20-some years after that, but
He's much older than you'd think.
no. I mean,
No.
he's he died this century.
Mm.
Well, the wife of F. Scott Fitzgerald is named Zelda.
Oh, I did not know she had written a book.
She only wrote one.
Huh.
I should have probably phrased that one differently. Maybe put another clue or
I
something.
never would have gotten that. So you're fine.
I don't know if I would have gotten that, man.
I was better off with the punt.
Question 4. John Kennedy Toole couldn't get his single novel published and committed suicide in 1969. In 1980, his mother finally got it published, and it earned a Pulitzer Prize for fiction in 1981 and is now considered to be a classic work of Southern U.S. literature. What is the book?
Locked in.
Southern U.S. literature.
Well, I'm gonna punt.
Oh, Ray guy.
Yeah.
Andy does not learn, does he?
No, he doesn't.
He does not learn.
How would you? Okay, I'm just gonna be quiet. I don't know how you think that. All right.
No, Andy.
Andy, we gave.
Dave-O punted.
I'm
I
sorry.
said Ray guy.
Hang time.
Once again, Andy just don't learn.
We have a system, man.
Sorry, man. Sorry, I was distracted.
I have a guess that's very loosely related, I guess.
All right, David, what's your answer?
Punt.
Oh, you punted.
You said Southern literature, and so I thought about the Confederacy. So I said the Confederacy of Dunces.
Andy?
Yeah, I'm surprised Davo didn't get this because it was the original name for the show when we were, brainstorming. A Confederacy of Dunces.
You're actually kidding about that, but that would have been a great.
Would have been a great name, I know. It's spot on,
and it is the correct answer to this question.
We wish we'd used it. Stupid Pulitzer Prize.
Yeah.
All right, here's our scores at the end of round 5. They could be closer, but not much. Davo, 84. Andy, 86. Kells, 87.
Wow. Ooh. Literally anybody's game in the literary game. See what I did there? Confederacy of Dunces.
Which brings us to our last question, our last category, which is movies.
Crap.
Well played. Well played, Kells. Congratulations.
These are movies about novelists.
Movies about novelists.
I know 2. So,
I can come up with one off the top of my head, though. Okay.
Well, and there's another theme to it too, but there's no bonuses
Oh,
for it.
good.
It's kind of a secret theme.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
Question 1. In the 1980 Kubrick version of The Shining, aka The Good One, what sentence does Jack Torrance type repeatedly when he's supposed to be writing his next novel?
I'm locked in.
Locked in.
all right, fast.
I'm writing it as we speak, but I want to make sure that I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
Andy?
All work and no play makes Jack a. Wait, oh, I was writing it as I was talking.
Did you write it down or not?
And no play makes Jack a.
That ain't that ain't it.
Oh, all work and no play makes no. Son of
Makes no
I
sense.
thought you were locked in. Are you locked in or are you not locked in?
I was locking as I was writing, and then you came to me.
You went blank.
Oh, and I went blank. All work and no play makes Jack's a. All work and no play makes Jack a very dull boy.
Okay. Deva?
All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
Kel?
I think that adverb might cost Andy.
Yeah.
All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
Yeah.
Andy, I'm going to deduct 2 points for the.
I'm fine with that. You should deduct all the points because I was writing as I was locking in, and that's not right.
Yeah, we don't have a time limit, so you don't need to rush to lock in.
It's all about that glory of locking in right away. Like, I know this, and I'm an idiot.
Question 2. What movie, based on a novel about a novelist, is the only Stephen King adaptation to win an Oscar?
Locked in.
Oh,
Locked in?
And to be clear, it's an Oscar of any kind.
yeah.
You said only?
That's what my information says.
That's just surprising to me. But I'm still locked in though.
If you can think of any others, then I'll give you bonus
Nah, that's
points.
not surprising when I think about it. I thought about the the finale of It, and yeah, I understand.
I'm your biggest fan. I locked in.
Deva, you locked in, right, Deva?
I did.
Okay. What's your answer?
Misery.
Kels?
Kathy Bates won Best Actress in Misery.
And Andy?
Yep, Misery. I had to go through the whole Kathy Bates scene of hitting him in the knees with the
Ankles.
sledgehammer, and yeah,
That
was
was
it
his
the
ankle.
ankles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's in bed. I don't remember it being anyway.
It was definitely his ankle.
Okay,
Hobbling.
right.
The correct answer is Misery. And Andy, it's number 1 fan, not biggest fan.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
right.
your number
Okay.
one fan.
Okay.
Question 3. What is the name of the short story that Stand By Me is based on?
Locked in.
Locked in.
This I don't know. I wish you could have asked about Shawshank. I know that
I would
one.
have, but there's no novelists in Shawshank.
You're right.
But there is in Stand By Me. Actually, I don't know if he's a novelist, but he is a writer.
Get busy living or get busy dying.
They Watanaho.
I'd like to tell you, Andy fought a good fight. That'd be a fairy tale. I'm locked in.
Pain crawled through a river of okay.
You never look at a man's shoes. Kels?
I wrote, I saw a dead guy today.
Close.
Oh, in a way, so close.
Andy?
The body, and I want to ask: is this part of the Bachman books? I think it is. I know.
No.
It was a
No, it was a short
You don't
story.
know, or it's not one of the Bachman books.
no.
Well, there were short stories in the Bachman books as well.
Mm-hmm. But this is not a Bachman
Okay.
book.
Not a Bachman book. Okay.
It was part of different seasons. Deva,
The Body.
correct answer is The Body.
Makes sense.
And question 4. What 1993 film starring Timothy Hutton is about a novelist attempting to symbolically bury his murder mystery writing pen name so he can focus on more highbrow novels?
You know, when Timothy Hutton speaks, people listen.
That's that's EF Hutton.
No, you're supposed to. You're supposed to.
Oh,
You're supposed to
I always,
pause right after you say Hutton.
always get those two mixed up.
I was about to say, Andy, you just threw me all the way off.
That's my game because I have no idea what the answer is. So I'm screwing with you guys.
I'm locked in.
I know this isn't right, but I used to watch this a lot as a kid, so I'm locked in.
So I don't know if it would help people that aren't Stephen King fans, but the sort of semi theme of this category is that they're all Stephen King
They're all
novels.
Stephen King.
Oh,
So I don't know if that would have helped you at all with this one. Andy,
would not have.
what did you come up with?
I went with Monty Python's accountancy shanty.
Deva
The Dark Half.
and Kels.
It'd be really cool if Stephen King wrote this. I said Delirious with John Candy.
The correct answer is The Dark Half.
Dark Half. Never heard of that
Well done, Davo.
Yeah, I love me some Stephen King.
one.
I know Stephen King really well until about the time I graduated high school. So anything after 87, 88, I'm a little unclear on.
I celebrate his entire catalog.
All of it? Even
Well,
Wow.
not all of it.
it?
Yeah, I love it. It's
He's
great.
he's got a few
Oh,
stinkers.
it's a much better book than it was a film.
Oh yeah, the book
No,
is
not the
amazing.
movies. The
The movie.
movies are awful. The books are great.
Yeah.
Okay, I give you that.
Though in the end, both of them are stupid spider, and that's kind of a letdown.
Big letdown.
You know, there's a meme going around where someone has taken a bunch of library books and put them together to make this kind of poem about being in quarantine and stuff. And I was looking at it and I thought, oh, that's really cool how they did that, because it's just a picture of this bookshelf with these books, and if you read the titles, it has a poem. But like the third word is "It" by Stephen King, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, that's a really skinny book. And then I realized that that is not real. There's this artist who does this kind of thing digitally, and but nobody else, none of my friends that posted that on Facebook picked up on the fact that it is more than like a 200-page book.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, Kells is in third place with 107. Andy has 114 and Davo 124.
Yeah.
Don't mess with King and Davo.
That's right.
All right, give me a category I can win in.
Davo was perfect in that round.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Give me music.
Final question. According to a random page I found on Wikipedia, what are the top selling books series of all time? Notice.
Ah, crap.
Notice. Hang on. Note that these are all fiction books. Many of them are children's books, and some of them are by various authors and ghostwriters. So it's really more about the brand than the author.
So you just want the name of the series, or do I have to have the series and the author, or
No, just an indication that you know what the series is about. I don't need the name of individual books or anything like that, but
That says, according to a random page I found on Wikipedia. That was hilarious.
it wasn't really random. I looked for it. Just for context, I think there's actually 12 or 13 on this list. The lowest, the fewest sold are 200 million books in the series, and the most is 500 million books.
Holy
So that's
crap!
that's what we're basing. We're not basing it on revenue. We're basing it on number of
Numbers
books
of
sold,
books. Okay.
and also just the number of books in the series range from 5 in one series all the way up to like 400 or more.
Mm-hmm.
Do not attempt to adjust your radio. There is nothing wrong. We have taken control in order to bring you this brief announcement, and we'll return you to your podcast as soon as you've been informed. We just wanted to take a second to shout out the Trivia Rogues, our brothers in Trivia Arms. So if you're looking for a little more sensation with your information, give them a listen. We now return you to your regularly scheduled podcast, already in progress. I got 8, and
I'm actually doing pretty good here. And this is one of my favorites from when I was a kid. Oh, and this one? Oh, I am rocking this category.
I know it's one.
Uh,
I know it's a couple that I gotta be just overlooking.
oh, there's bunches I'm overlooking. I'm sure.
Trying to think.
10, right?
Yeah. Have you ever played this game before?
Just, you know what? You usher 100 kids to the college board exams during quarantine. You let me know how well you sleep at night.
Now just for my clarification, you said most of these were kids, young adults, right? Not all.
Yes. Not all of them.
Yeah.
Oh, I went with mostly children crap. I don't think I have a single adult series in here. They're all adult or young adult. Damn.
Man.
But yeah, I would at least 75% of them are children's series,
Right.
probably.
Okay.
I'm sticking with what I got. I'm locked in, man.
I'm gonna have a parenthetical.
I raced one for something I thought would do better, and now I can't remember what it is.
Shouldn't erase. You should just mark off.
Mm-hmm.
No, well, I hadn't written down the one that I thought would be better. I remember what the
Oh,
old
you've virtually erased it.
Yeah.
Tales from the Mothership.
No, only I would read that, and I keep checking it out so nobody else can check it out.
Right. Problem is, those stories have no beginning or no end.
It's the best kind.
Yeah.
Hey, Andy, could you make mine the P-Funk?
Yes, I can.
Neil wants his funk uncut.
Mm-hmm.
Don't step on my
Pure, unadulterated funk.
I have 10 as well. I'm locked in.
All right. Kel, since you are in third place, we're going to start with you.
Okay. All right. I started with the recent one, Song of Ice and Fire.
Oh, mother of pearl.
I tried reading those, and
Harry Potter, Percy Jackson and the Olympians, Lord of the Rings, Ramona the Pest.
Oh, I like Ramona.
Amelia Bedelia. I used to love those books.
Amelia Bedelia is fun.
Yeah. Goosebumps.
Mm-hmm.
Babysitter's Club.
Oh, wow.
The Dark Tower. And Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Oh, I wish. The world would be a better place if that was true.
Really? Those don't sell well?
The first one did. I don't think the rest of them sold much. I mean, they sold fine. I mean, he didn't die poor.
It might be that case, where like a first album is like deemed a classic, so everybody's really waiting on the second album, so it sells better. So I was hoping that might be the case with that.
I think he might have confused a lot of people and lost some sales when he wrote 6 books in his trilogy.
Wait a minute. Repeat the question.
It's a series, book series.
Oh, not trilogies. Okay.
Yeah, just see.
Go ahead, Andy. What's your answers?
All right. I start with Harry Potter, Hardy Boys,
Mm.
Nancy Drew, Twilight,
That's the one I forgot and couldn't get back. Damn it.
Goosebumps, Chronicles of Narnia.
Ooh, good one.
I Wish I Could Buy a Muffler.
Was that
Uh,
after driving by?
The Railway Children, which is I don't think it's going to make the top 10, but that was a big series in my childhood.
The Boxcar Children?
No, the Railway Children. Boxcar Children was kind of the American version.
Oh.
Ah,
I didn't.
And if you want to get into your anyway, Winnie the Pooh,
Mm.
Babysitter's Club, and I want to pronounce this right because everybody mispronounces it. Bernstein Bears,
Oh my gosh. How
not the Bernstein Bears, but the Bernstein Bears.
it's Berenstain.
Oh, is it Berenstain?
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
Berenstain.
Son of a! I hate everybody.
You were half right, Andy. That's
I know.
Deva.
Goosebumps, Berenstain Bears, Harry Potter, the Mr. Men books. I loved those when I was a kid. They were great.
What
The
is
what?
What?
The Mr. Men books.
Mr.
Like, it was Mr. It was like Mr. Happy, Mr. Sad, Mr. Tickle, Mr.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Twilight,
I'm a little troubled about Mr. Tickle, but all right.
Twilight,
Bad touch.
Percy Jackson and the Olympians, Divergent, the Divergent
Mm.
series.
Solid.
I don't know if it's that popular, but it just popped into my head. I also put the Hardy Boys. I put the Xanth series by Piers Anthony because there's scats of them, and
Mhm.
and the Hunger Games.
Oh my god.
Oh,
That'll do it.
yep, that one's gonna sting.
That knocked me out. Yeah, I don't even know if I was in the runnings, but that knocked me out.
Yeah,
All right.
that's
let
how
me,
he won the game.
Those were super. I don't know how.
Oh, in my parenthetical, I thought about after I locked in with 10, Sherlock Holmes.
Oh yeah, it's going to be stuff like
I don't know how. I got to think there's Sherlock Holmes. I was trying to think of what was the name of
Poirot?
the female mystery Perot. Yeah, thank you.
Agatha Christie. Yeah.
Agatha Christie's Perot. Yeah, that should be in there too.
Hercule.
And I thought of those after I locked in with my 10.
Man, Twilight and the Hunger Games. Those came down that conveyor so much, and
yeah.
I blanked on it. Ah,
Hunger Games, it might be too recent.
It might be.
those were like they got a lot of action. I don't know how well they sold, but they circulated.
Well, like, when I was like middle school, I was reading every Hardy Boys book I could put my hands on, and Nancy Drew,
I think the
and a lot of
Babysitters
my
Club
friends were
is,
as well.
the Scholastic Book Club, Babysitters Club connection is moving a lot of copies.
Yeah. Do kids still read Hardy Boys, Nancy Drew?
It's still at FPL. Like they got some play.
Okay.
I got everything all tallied up here. I'm going to say you guys didn't do quite as good as you thought you did, but that's okay. Those are all good. Those are all good options. And I can look some of them up, but I think a lot of these are didn't make the 200 million book limit.
Okay.
So starting at the bottom, nobody got Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Oh, I should
Man,
There's like the Robert Langdon books by Dan Brown.
really?
yeah. Angels and Demons.
Wow.
Wow.
The only non-English series on here is San Antonio, which is a French series. It's basically a James Bond guy without the fancy hardware.
Okay.
So Andy, you kind of threw me on this one. The next one I have on the list is the Railway series, but this is the series of books that Thomas the Tank Engine is based on, and I looked it
Oh
up,
no,
and that's a
Railway
different.
Children. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have gotten Thomas the
Me
Tank.
too. I totally forgot about that.
Oh, I've just been introducing my grandson to those rats.
The next one on the list is Nancy Drew, which one or two of you got.
Nice.
The next one is a British series called Noddy, Noddy. I'm not familiar with it.
Never heard of it.
There are 14 or 400 books in the Sweet Valley High series.
Oh wow.
Uh, forgot about Sweet Valley High.
This one kind of surprised me. There's 185 different books, but number 5 on the bestseller list is Choose Your Own Adventure.
Oh nice.
Oh,
Shoot.
show.
Oh,
I didn't even
such a
think
fan
of
of those in grade
That's
school.
great.
Oh,
that hurts.
250 million of those sold.
Oh, that hurts.
that
Number
one's gonna stay for a while.
number
Ah,
4 is the Berenstain Bears.
Yay.
Yeah.
out of contention.
Oh, hang on, I didn't give Andy credit for that one.
Unless I get the rest of these and y'all don't, which I seriously doubt.
Number 3, kind of a surprise, Earl Stanley Gardner's Perry Mason series.
That is a shock.
Did
What?
not have gotten that in a trillion years.
There are 82 Perry Mason novels.
Wow.
Number 2 on the list is Goosebumps
Yay.
with 480 million sales. And number 1 on the list is Harry Potter.
All right.
Well,
So by my count, Kel's got 2 correct,
dose.
which gives him 127 and currently the lead. Andy, I count 4 correct, bringing you up to 154. And Davo got 3 correct, which
And for the
means
win. Is it a
no
tie?
for the tie.
Oh,
Wow.
We haven't had a tie in so long that
no.
I don't bother writing tiebreakers anymore.
That's sad. Well, I guess I just win.
What?
No, hang on. What I'm going to do is I mentioned that I did about a year ago, I did a books category or a books theme.
Yeah.
So I just pulled that up and I'm going to find one of these questions.
Oh crap.
No, I don't know who got these right or wrong in the past. So I'm just going to.
Is there a music book question? I'd go with that one.
There was
That seems the
a movie category.
Music. That
Oh
movie,
yeah, music category.
Yeah, I'd go with that.
And I kind of want to consult with Kells to see if he remembers which of these was which. But
Oh, you know what? I'll take my headphones off and you guys can talk for a couple minutes. I promise. I'll have my headphones off.
okay, I think we'll go with the music one. No, because that's not really literature. I can't do that one. There's another one about misery, but it's different. It's not
I'll do another Stephen King one. I'm down with that.
Misery is a Beatles song. Does that help me win?
It shouldn't be a music or a Stephen King related question.
Or Robin.
I doubt Robin showed up in the books episode.
This is really rough because
Yeah.
there's a couple sports ones, but I feel like a sports one is going to give Davo an advantage.
Yeah,
a music one will give Andy an advantage. So I guess I'll have to go with science.
Science?
Yeah. Look, Andy, we equally stink at this. It's going to be fun.
Okay, well, I'll probably go through the whole 4 questions before one of us gets it right.
Okay. Gorillas in the Mist is the account of this scientist's work in the Karasoki Research Center in Rwanda. Who's the author?
I'm not going to talk a lot. I think I know. I'm locked in, I think. Yes.
I remember what I
locked
wrote
in.
on this question because I got it wrong.
I got it wrong too because I remember the primate ladies and I always get them mixed up.
That's how they like to refer to themselves
Yeah,
too, the
yeah.
primate
You're
ladies.
so respectful.
That's what that's
Well-
what their Facebook group's called, the Primate Ladies.
Actually, all ladies are primates.
Oh,
Oh, it's not her. It's not her. Who's the other one? Oh crap! I just cannot remember her name, and I know I'm wrong.
Thank you,
All right, I'm
Barbara.
locked in.
Biology class.
Okay. So just so there's no cheating, both of you say your answer. I'm gonna say 3, 2, 1, and then you answer. Okay.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Diane
Jane
Fossey.
Goodall.
Oh, correct answer. Diane Fossey.
I see. Yeah, I cannot remember. I know it wasn't Jane Goodall because that's what I wrote.
I get those two mixed up so much.
Oh, I do too. I do as well, except Jane Goodall's still alive and Diane Fossey's dead.
Yes, I
And
know.
and
Oh,
Diane Fossey wrote the book.
Good
When I was
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, part of her fame is that she was killed protecting the murdered, protecting the primates. Yeah.
It's a bittersweet.
Well
But
fought, Davo.
congratulations, Andy.
Thank you.
Man, that one stings. I need to collect myself.
It's a good one, man. OT, we hadn't had that in a while.
No, we
I
haven't
haven't
done
had
overtime in a long time. I was sweating over here.
Fossey and Goodall. Fossey and Goodall. I'm not going to forget that again. Fossey and Goodall.
Finkel and
Andy,
Adam.
are you
Finkel
trying to
and I-
say that you don't usually sweat when you're sitting there doing nothing?
No, honestly, it's already like in the 70s in Arkansas, so I've been sweating all day, sitting here in front of my computer. Can't wait for it to drop back down to the 40s.
I'll get used to it, Yankee.
Well, excellent match, one and all. Great questions, Neil. I do enjoy the challenge and the. Well, I'm just shook. I'm just shook because I just get those. So, from all of us here at the Brain Ladle Trivia Podcast, this is Shook Davo with winner Andy.
As I stood there, the lead Confederate of the dunces stood up, and I was impressed with these confederacy of dunces in the mist.
Wow.
Oh boy, that
No?
one the way that was the winner.
No?
It's just
Should
horrifying.
I try again?
The winner.
No, you're fine. You're totally fine, winner.
Yeah.
So long, winners.
And Kells.
I know I lost, but this episode was lit.
And Neil.
The great Terry Pratchett said, "Stories of imagination tend to upset those without one."
Signing off.
Greetings and salutations to all you good trivia people out there. I know what you're thinking. Hey, I really enjoyed this show. How can I get a little more? Well, here to help you out. You can look up these good people on Twitter at Ladle Brain, or if Facebook's more your deal, you can look them up at Brain Ladle Productions. Hey, they've even got their own webpage. It's brainladletrivia.com. Now, if you're feeling generous, you can join a Patreon, where if you donate $10 or more, you can even get yourself a fancy show invite. How about that? Until we meet again, this has been 44, and I'm glad you joined us. Hope I'm out. The preceding podcast was presented by Brain Ladle Productions. All rights reserved.